What's good, YouTube? We're from Twin Cousins Reptiles here today, and today we are here to do our first ever Fish Friday. What's good, YouTube? We're from Twin Cousins Reptiles here today, and today we are going to be making our first ever Fish Friday video. So today I'm going to be highlighting a species that I feel is really essential to the aquarium hobby, but often gets overlooked by a lot of other really interesting species. I feel like this species is honestly one of my favorite tetra. This tank really contains my two favorite types of tetra. Well, two of many. I love a lot of different types of tetra, but one of the tetra I feel is really a really nice looking tetra that a lot more people should think about when they're thinking of adding a schooling fish to their aquarium. So today I'm going to be talking about the Glowlight tetra. For those of you not too familiar with fish, that is going to be these gray guys here with the orange line running through them. They were actually one of the first fish that I got getting into the hobby, so that's part of the reason I feel I like them so much. But Glowlight tetra, they are a species of tetra from Guyana, South America, as well as, I believe, part of Suriname in northern Brazil. They live in the Amazon River complex, not the Amazon itself, but the complex that runs into the Amazon. And up north near Guyana, on that side of the Amazon, the water is a little bit more acidic from trickling down in through a lot of leaf litter and debris and rocks that make it a lot more acidic. So these guys, they prefer a pH of anywhere from 6.5 all the way up to, even as low as 6 is fine for these guys, all the way up to 7, 7.5. Although they're not really a soft fish, they're pretty hardy. They'll, if your temperature or pH is a little bit off, they will probably adjust to it. It won't be the best thing for them, but they are really forgiving when it comes to smaller mistakes like that. Now, Glowlight tetra, they get their name, as you guessed it, pretty much from that orange stripe that runs through them, all the way through their body. A lot of people compare them to neon tetra or cardinal tetra, which I could see why you'd make that comparison. When they are younger, they do look like they are the same size as neon or cardinal tetra, although these guys do get significantly larger than the average neon tetra. Most neon tetra get to about 1.2 inches. These guys will get up to about 2 inches. So when they are that size, I've seen them school with neons, but basically, generally when they do start to get a little bit bigger, they probably won't. They are not even in the same family as neon or cardinal black neon tetras. These guys, their closest tetra that you'd probably know of are gold tetra, which are not as common in the hobby, but starting becoming a little bit more common. Head and tail light tetra, which are becoming another one of my favorite type of tetra. And rummy nose tetra, which are, that one kind of shocked me a bit, but rummy nose are actually pretty closely related to these guys. But as you may have thought, these guys are a schooling fish. In the wild, they do go in schools of hundreds, if not thousands, of just Glowlight tetras. So the more you have in the tank, the better, within reason. You obviously don't want to have 40 Glowlight tetra in a 10-gallon tank or anything crazy like that. But basically, a sizable amount. I would never really keep anything less than 5 of these guys, personally. A lot of people get fish and they want to start off with just 2 or 3 of these. Or these are fish. I mean, you could do that. It wouldn't be as good for your fish. But if you want to see a nice schooling behavior, it's a lot better to have more fish in the tank. This tank, I have 7 Glowlights in here and 10 Starpe tetra. I might add some more Glowlights in too. Some of the Glowlights, the tail is a little bit, some of them are slightly nipped from the Serpes. Serpes are a little more aggressive of a Tetra, but it isn't too bad. They haven't completely destroyed them or anything. We're going to do a little feeding. Have everything up near the top. So yeah, they are a schooling fish. For Glowlight Tetra, it is a lot harder to tell males from females than some fish like livebearers. Most Tetra in general, it's pretty hard to tell. In Glowlights, some people say you can kind of tell the females will get a little bit rounder, a little bit larger around, which is true, but I mean, that can be one thing that's pretty hard to tell. It is possible to breed Glowlight Tetra in captivity, but you just want to have, as I said, lower pH, and you want to have really soft water too if you're trying to breed these guys. But they are egg scatterers. Basically, they will kind of just leave the eggs kind of anywhere. That's the same way most Tetra generally are. So you could breed them, but it's gonna be hard to get the fry out, or you basically have to take the adults out so the adults don't eat the fry. But it is definitely possible to breed Glowlight Tetra, or even Sarpe Tetra, which are also in this tank, in captivity. But good luck trying to tell males from females. If you really tried, I'm pretty sure you might be able to get a good guess, but if you're trying to breed them, my recommendation would be going with like a species-only tank of maybe 10, 15 Glowlight Tetra and something like a 20-gallon, 29-gallon or something like that, with a lot of plants for them to hide into. Now, these are species that do like to have plants to hide in, rockwork to hide, also plants above too at the surface that break up the light a bit, kind of like this here. This is a mixture of guppy grass and java moss. That kind of is their only plant source right now. I did have some swords in here, but I did move those swords to another tank. But I will probably be adding some more plants to this tank in the future for these guys. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I know this isn't specific Tetra highlights. I know that's not the most well known. I know doing like specific highlights on specific type of Tetra, especially Glowlights, it's not something that is as commonly done, but hey, I mean, they are a really cool type of Tetra. So if you are starting up an aquarium and looking for a beginner Tetra, don't just go neons. Glowlight Tetra, I mean, neons, I feel, just because they have been in the hobby so long and they are bred by the thousands, literally, neons, I feel like they're a lot more inbred kind of because of it, and they're a lot more sensitive. If you're looking for a nice schooling fish, roughly that size, but a little bit bigger than a neon, it still has some really nice color to it. I'd definitely go with Glowlight Tetra. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I will be trying to do a Fish Friday every single Friday. I know I work at a fish store, but haven't been able to post fish videos. I know. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. More fish videos, reptile videos, and amphibian videos coming soon to the channel. So have a good one. Comment your favorite type of Tetra below, and we will hopefully do it in one of our upcoming Fish Fridays.